I was kidding! Fly pelican. Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. All right. I have a really crazy, but I think good theory. And Chad George, I think that's your name, said, it was the Russians. It's the Russians. And I don't know if you're half joking or not. I think it actually might be, man. I swear to you. And just hear me out for a second here. And I think I understand all of it. It's all coming clear to me that, I think, the Russians were meddling in the 2016 election, but they were actually trying to help the Republicans in Congress because they basically were certain that Hillary Clinton was going to win. And basically a divided, one party controlling, the Congress and another party controlling the White House. That's better for Russia than one party controlling all of it. And they thought it was in the bag, just like everybody else thought, Hillary was a shoo-in. So they were trying to help Congress actually, be a Republican majority. And I think, and they're just laughing their asses off, totally, which they are right now, I think. But the big reason why I think it might be is whoever's doing it, English is not their primary language. English is their second language. I'm almost positive of it. And these misspellings, they're not like intentional to kind of throw you off and confuse you and stuff like that. I really think that somebody is, typing in their native language, which could be Russian or some Eastern European, other language. I have a feeling that it's one of those. Eastern European or Russian, and then just hitting translate. And that's why Brennan comes up, just as without two N's, it's one N. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, it's just SHUTLLTZ instead of SCH, whatever. I'm almost positive this person doesn't speak English, or English is not their primary language. And they're saying now that the leads are suggesting, they're focusing on leads that are suggesting that things were all mailed out of Florida. Which actually kind of makes sense to me based on the fact that the return to sender went back to Debbie Wasserman Schultz's office in Florida, in southern Florida, just north of Miami, in Sunrise, Florida, I think it's called, on the same day that everything arrived everywhere else. So that kind of led me to believe that whoever was mailing it, actually, I don't know. It's really hard to know that exactly. The other thing I wanted to say is, I'll tell you in a second, I kind of thought it was more than one person, and they keep saying that everything, all packages believed to have gone through the U.S. postal system at some point. But I have several questions about that. You already saw my previous video, hopefully, about, I've said this in multiple videos. The first package to George Soros, they said it was hand-delivered. And this is before it all busted open. It all became like a huge story. Tuesday afternoon, they were saying that it was hand-delivered. Somebody hand-dropped it off. The other thing is so I don't know. I kind of think some of these were hand-delivered. I think some went through the Postal Service. I think it's all meant to kind of, just confuse authorities and send them off in a bunch of different directions while they're gone. And I think whoever did this, I think they've left the country. I don't think they're American citizens. I don't. I think they're gone. And I don't know where. I mean, I'm saying, Russia, Eastern European nation, maybe. George Soros, he's got dual citizenship in Hungary. He's a Hungarian-born person. So, the other thing that's a little confusing, the fact that there's many things. Well, Robert DeNiro's package, that actually arrived Wednesday. It did. And actually a retired police officer who I guess works as security in his building, Trifecta, it's an office building where his business is, I believe. He spotted it, but he didn't think anything of it. And I think he just kind of left it off to the side, probably was going to show the owner, Robert De Niro, at some point or whatever. And but then he saw the picture on the news, immediately, whatever. So knew that it was part of this bomb campaign or whatever. So, but the other thing, you know, the Joe Bidens, I think they both never made it out of the post office. I know there's the one in the Newcastle, Delaware post office, but I think there's one in Wilmington, Delaware as well that never made it out of the post office, I believe. There's a total of 10 packages. I'm going to review them now. Actually, authorities have supposedly warned Jimmy Carter, the former president, that he may be a target, that one may be on the way to him. But the ones that didn't make it out of the post office, it was because they were, you know, postage due. Postage due. Like they didn't have enough postage on them. And they all had the same postage. The 3 huge forever, or not 3, 6 huge American flag forever stamps. So my question is, you know, why did the other packages not get delivered? They must have been, I think roughly it's the same thing in every envelope. And they're the same weight, so why did they get delivered and others didn't? Another question I have. I believe some were hand-delivered. I do. I believe the CNN one was actually hand-delivered. I don't know how they would pull that off, but it doesn't have, because it doesn't have the markings on, I don't know. I'm so confused. It doesn't have the markings on the stamp that it was like, you know, processed through a postal, you know, system. So, I mean, my whole kind of theory was that I do think there might be multiple people involved. I think, you know, in multiple locations, somebody up here, somebody down in Florida, somebody hand delivers things to George Soros on Monday, puts things in the mail, lets them go through the process, hand delivers something to the CNN headquarters in like a postal, you know, uniform, in a disguise. Not a disguise, a costume. It's Halloween. I wouldn't be, you know, there's costume stores all over the place. You can get I mean, that's not that hard to do. And then, you know, did all this, and they were on a plane and out of here, and they're all watching it in wherever. Russia, Hungary, who knows? And that's my theory. There's 10 different bombs. So 1 to Soros, 1 to Clinton, 1 to Obama, 1 to Holder that actually ended up at Debbie Wasserman Schultz. 2 went to Maxine Waters, so that's 6. 1 went to her in D.C., the other in California. 1 went to CNN, that's 7. 2 went to Biden, that's 8, 9. And then DeNiro is 10. And that is the latest, man. That's the story there, man. I was kidding! All right, thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.